What up, man? My boy Kino pulled up, about to have us today. You know, get a little interview going, free game for you all. You know how we coming. What's up, guys? Got my boy Kino in the building. He's a full-time day trader. And you know, the vlog that we had at that car meet, this is where I met Kino. And we connected, we have a very similar mindset. I wanted to get him on here because he has a lot of gems that he wants to spit to you guys, and you know, a lot of knowledge that we can give out to the people. And I know you guys love the gems. You know, we don't just talk about Airbnb, we talk about mindset, talk about trading, anything that works. We want to expand your mind to show you you can really get shit out the mud, but the thing is, you really need to try. And you need to try through your failures and get up when you get down. So that being said, this is Instagram. Just before we start the video, Instagram's right here. Tap in with him. To get into the video, we just, you know, introduction. You know, Kino, tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, what you do a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Kino. I know we said I'm a full-time day trader, but honestly, wherever the money at, that's where I'm gonna be at. As long as it's ethical, because there's a lot of people who do unethical things, but as long as the money's there, I'm there. And like he said, bro, fail, get back up. There's so many different businesses that I've been in where it failed. I made zero money. But at the end of the day, all works. It's either working for you to turn you into the person that needs to work for, or it's gonna work for you right off the bat. So never feel like you're not doing nothing. Anyways, yeah, go follow all my socials. It's right here.
We want to let you guys know we're just normal people. At the end of the day, we started from scratch. We started a business from nothing, just like you guys are. You probably failed through a bunch of different things and you're discouraged. The problem with that, you being discouraged is not gonna get you to where you want to be. And you being discouraged, you're gonna pause what you're doing and backtrack and not know what direction to go to. So the point of these videos and the point of us, you know, talking to the fucking camera right now, because at the end of the day, we are talking to a piece of plastic. But we want to motivate you. We want to show you what's actually possible, and you know, maybe give you some steps of how to get there. We're not perfect. We're still young. He's 24. I'm 20. We still have a whole bunch of shit to learn. We're not saying we're perfect humans. We're not saying we know everything in this world, but we're just gonna give you the knowledge that we know. Tell us a little bit about your come up story, you know, where you started, how you got on your ass, and you know, how you got back up.
So me, I didn't grow up with a dad. I grew up mom, sister in the crib. So it wasn't a lot of financial education spread out. It wasn't a lot of do this, do that, you'll be successful in that. My mom was always at work or she was at school. So I was at the crib, and me, I've always been somebody that's ambitious and I want to get some money. So I got a job when I was like 14. I was working at Kroger. I was pushing carts in the cold.
Yeah.
What? I was like, and yo, the way they was talking to me, that's when I understood I have to work for myself. That was my first job ever. I'm like, the way they talking to me is kind of crazy. Manager, I was on my phone. I was like, you feel me, doing a little research. I was on my phone 14. She said, hey, give me your phone. You can't be on your phone while you pushing carts. I said, yo, is you my mom? I said, no. That day, I said, I'm out of there. So I went and borrowed a lawnmower. And I started cutting grass. I was getting my cheese cutting grass. Then a lawnmower broke. I mean, hey, just had to find another lawnmower. Cutting grass. And then this one guy's grass I was cutting, he was trading Forex. He said, hey, bro, come look at this. I went and looked at it. I said, yo, what's this? What's going on? And then he showed me. He said, I'm up this much. I said, you can make money from your phone. Mind you, this is 2014. This is before like all the crazy gurus that started popping up on social media and stuff. He said, yeah, you can make money on your phone. I said, bet. So I asked mom, I said, hey, mom, I need your ID. I'm trying to make a trading account. You got to be 18 to make a trading account. Yeah. So I made a live trading account. I put $20 in. You feel me? I flipped the $20 into $120 that same day. And I was at school all day. I didn't do nothing but get in a couple trades.
Here's the thing. He just told you 3 different things. So he worked a job at Kroger. A lot of you DM me and say, I'm broke. I don't have a job. I'm in debt. What should I do? Get a fucking job. First, you need to start with a job. You can't just skip the first step. Skipping the first step is not going to get you to where you want to be. Then he said he's done with Kroger. He found another way. He borrowed a lawnmower. A lot of you might say, oh, I don't have money for a lawnmower. He just said he borrowed a lawnmower. He made something out of nothing. He cut grass. And then from him borrowing that lawnmower, he found an opportunity. The opportunity was this guy telling him, hey, come look at this. Did he have to come inside and look at what he's doing? No. But when I tell you guys, when opportunity is presented to you, you need to take that shit. Opportunity, if you don't take it, it's going to be given to another person. You know, if he didn't cut his grass, someone else is going to cut his grass. And maybe that homeowner is going to come outside and show him, you know, what he's doing. So with that being said, don't try to skip the first step to get to step 5. You need to go step 1, 2, and 3. If you skip a step, it's going to push you 2 steps back.
Piggybacking over that, because I have people DM me all the time. They're like, I have no money. How do I start? Yo, start when you get some money. Like, get a job. And it's crazy because you know all the people getting deported right now. So I'm like, hey, it's about to be a lot of jobs for y'all. So Anybody that wants some jobs, there's about to be a lot of jobs coming. But yeah, so I flipped that. Nah, for real. I flipped that money to 120. Obviously, I don't know how to trade at this point. It was gambling pretty much because I didn't know how to trade. I lost all that money the next day. But it put something in my mind, it put something in my heart. Like, bro, I can make money from my phone. I don't have to work a job. Like, it's something I don't have to do. And the thing is, like, we all know, like, the school system is set up. It was set up for, like, the Industrial Revolution for people to actually work. Yeah. Work in jobs, work in factories. Like, everything they're teaching now is made for a different world that we no longer live in. So that school agenda, bro, like, I was first in my class, right? But I'm not expecting my kids to do that. Like, I want you to be diligent and focused on what's actually gonna bring you real results in real life. Yeah, so I lost all that money, and then through high school, I was still working jobs. I was working at Raising Cane's, I was working at Walmart, I was working at Boston Market, I was working everywhere, bro. I was doing everything trying to get money to put into trading. So I was keep losing my money. I never had a mentor. That was the biggest mistake. If you trying to do something, find somebody that's already doing it and already making money. You might say, hey, why didn't you just ask bro? A lot of people be capped. He wasn't making no money. He just showed me that you could make money. But find a mentor, man. Whether you want to do real estate, whether you want to own a steel mill business, whether you want to do anything, find somebody that's already doing it and successful at it. So it came around to where I was always an overachiever in everything that I did. I'm like, you got to be great in anything that you do. Whether you're a janitor, be the best janitor. Whether you're IT professional, be the best IT professional. Whatever you're doing, try to be the best at it. When I got my full ride scholarship to OSU, I was happy. I was excited. Like, I'm going to college for free. They about to give me some money. It's like, bro, it's up. So even in college, bro, like, I wanted to drop out because it felt like a waste of time, but they was paying me like extra $5K every semester, and I was commuting, so I didn't have to pay for room and board. So that $5K was right in my pocket, and school was free. So every semester, I would go buy a new car and try to sell it like on Facebook Marketplace. So I was trying to flip cars in college.
Another hustle he's doing. Keep in mind, he's naming all the hustles. He said, I'm gonna get a job at Raising Cane's. He worked a different job, lawn mowing, Kroger. Now he's trying to flip cars. So you got to try different things to see what works for you. We're all different people. At the end of the day, you guys can be watching this video and say, I want to be like Kino or I want to be like John. But at the end of the day, you can't be like either one of us. But you can have characteristics and that we have and try to do the same thing as us. But at the end of the day, let's say I have an Airbnb business. You're not gonna have the same Airbnb business as me. Let's say you want to be a trader like him. You're not gonna be the same trader as him. You're not gonna make the same exact trades. Try different things. See what works for you. Sorry to interrupt you.
Nah, it's perfect. You never be at like the perfect time. What works for you, works for somebody might not work for you. I tried it. I didn't like it. It was weird. I know. I just ain't like it. I was buying the cars. I had to ride around with a random person I didn't know. You feel me? And I was 18, 19 at the time, so I couldn't hold a strap on me. So it was sketchy. It was real sketchy. And then the person I was buying cars from, they was sketchy. But I didn't find out they was sketchy until later. I'm gonna tell you about that. Anyways, so I was ready to drop out of college. I'm asking my mom, I'm asking my stepdad, like, yo, I don't want to go to school anymore. It feels like a waste of time. Oh no, honey, just stay. It's free. They paying you to go to school. They paying you. I'm like, but I'm not. It feel like it's a waste of time. Honestly, me personally, I feel like you don't learn nothing in college. Honestly, listen, this might be controversial. I feel like freshman year of high school, up until then, you don't need no more education. It's time to go to the real world. I promise you that's how it is. It's time to go to the real world. Anyways, so I'm like, bro, I'm ready to drop out. So 1 year passed, exams, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, this stuff is stupid. I'm just looking around. OSU has it's huge. So I'm in an auditorium. And one day I just woke up it just looked like a whole bunch of bots. Like, there's one dude right here giving a lecture, and then I'm just listening. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, what are we doing right now? Like, bro, what is this? Why am I having to take classes that have nothing to do with what I'm trying to do in the future? It makes zero sense. It's a waste of time. So I was like, yeah, bump that. And listen, this is not to say, college is useful in some cases. Like, you want to be a doctor, stuff like that. But if your sole objective to go to school is to make money, then it's not necessary. There's no point.
And keep in mind, he is on scholarship right now. So you guys said his motivation is he doesn't like college. Your motivation might be the same thing, but you're paying for it. So keep in mind, he has a free education and he's saying the things that he's saying right now.
And remember, I was first in my class, you feel me? So it was a big, low-key like a big weight on my shoulders because everybody's expecting me to finish college, do these great things. I mean, you can still do great things when I'm graduating college, obviously. So it got to a point where I was asking everybody for outside advice, like, what should I do? What should I do? And then this one fella, man, because I used to do demolition at real estate. Because trust me, I always had a job. I kept a job. Like, I be confused, bro. Like, people don't be wanting to work. Like,
no one wants
they
to
don't
work
be
now.
wanting to work. I'm like, yo, if you're broke, go get some money. I don't like not everybody can start a business right off the bat and be successful. That takes work, but you can go get a job today and make some extra money. So me, I had a job. I was doing demolition for a real estate company, so breaking down walls, cleaning up trash, stuff like that. So I was working with this fella, man. He served 10 years in a pen. And he said he was innocent, but I feel like all fellas be saying they're innocent. He said, bro, I promise I ain't do it. I said, hey, but he was a good dude. He was a good dude.
Still got to keep your head on the swivel, right? Don't trust every single person.
No, I kept my shot, because when I turned 18, I bought a shotgun, because I kept that to the homie at the job site. Because we was in the hood. So he was like, I said, what you think I should do? Should I drop out and focus on what I really want to do? He said, hey, man, the only thing you can do and the only life you have to live is yours, man. Don't live out other people's lives, man. You don't want to have to live with the decisions you make and the choices you make. You can only just live this life for you. I said, dang, Unc. That was before Unc was a thing at that time. Unc wasn't a thing back then. I was like, dang, Unc, you spitting. That's real. I didn't go back to school after that day. I didn't go to the admissions office and say, hey, I'm dropping out. I just left it all in the past. I had a Roth IRA. I know y'all probably all heard about a Roth IRA, right? It's long-term investment. And then I was listening to Grant Cardone on YouTube. He was like, all these people trying to do these retirement funds, but you're not even thinking about that when you got millions in the bank. What's the extra $7,000 saved up? You're going to have $1 billion ready to spend when you're 60? Who cares? I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to take my money out of my Roth IRA. So I took $10,000 out that I saved through high school and college. I put it in a trading account. And I was cooking, but not in a good way. I was getting cooked. I lost all my cheese in about 3 months. And I kid you not. Like, I be seeing people like in the movies, they drop to their knees and be like, why God? I did that. I dropped to my knees, I was like, why God? But I knew why I lost, because I wasn't using no risk management. I was pretty much gambling. And I did buy one course, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I didn't eat nothing from it. I didn't take it serious. And me, as a mentor, majority of the students ain't gonna take it serious. And I was one of those people. And
just like he was saying, majority of the people don't take it serious. You can take a horse to the water, you cannot force it to drink. He can give you all the information. I can give you all the information in the world to be able to start, scale, and automate your business. But if you do nothing with the information, what is this? How is this going to benefit you? Don't try to say everything's a scam when you actually didn't apply yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and see if you actually tried, if you actually applied yourself. Did you fail? If you failed, why did you fail? Just like he said, he got on his knee and said, why God, right? And that's what most people do. And then from there, he understood, God, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, why God, what is this teaching me? He understood. God, he failed. God taught him why this happened, and then he learned from the failure. What's important is when you fail, you learn from your failures. You don't make the same mistake twice. Back to what you were saying.
So I feel like a lot of people, they have so much ambition and urgency, but it's misguided in direction. They have no direction. That's why it's important to have somebody lead you to that water. Because you can work as hard as you want, but if you're not working hard at the right things, then it doesn't matter. It's a whole bunch of people that work real hard and are poor. And there's some people that don't work that hard, they just work smarter, and they're stupid rich. They're printing millions a week. So that's funny you say that. Yeah, so I said, why God? I lost all my money. I looked in the mirror and said, hey, it's job time. Time to go get a job. So I was hustling, working a job, I got a job. And the thing is, it was like, bro, it felt like so much was collapsing on me, because at that time I was about to get married. I got married at 19.
Really?
Yeah, I got married at 19. So when I dropped, because I wasn't going to get married in college, I feel like that would have been too much for me. So as soon as I dropped out, I proposed, and then we were getting married. And then I had like my room in my mom's house. It was full of the stuff that we were about to move to our apartment with. So I just got married. I lost all my money. I lost my scholarship, and I'm about to have to take care of a woman, myself, and like a household. So I'm like, and I wasn't about to be like, oh, nah, it's too much. My mama just stay with you for a couple months. Like, I'm gonna boss up. Hey, pressure make diamonds. I feel like I excel, and that's why I go crazy when everything is like collapsing. So I'm like, it's time to tee up. So I got a job at Amazon Fresh. If you don't know, that's where you like pick groceries off the shelf for people at Amazon, pack it up, and then people coming up and drop it off at cars.
Another job he just told you that he got. Keep in mind, all of these things that he's done is built him to the person that he is now.
Yeah, facts. So I remember people say, I don't got no money to start. Like, bro, I had money to start, and I lost it all because I had the right knowledge. So y'all be trying to start stuff with no cheese, but get the knowledge first. Invest in the knowledge first. Me, I lost that $10,000. I wish I spent that $10,000 on a mentor. And everybody be saying courses and mentorships is a scam, bro. The best mentor is gonna charge you the most. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I wish I would have paid thousands and thousands of dollars for a mentor with that $10,000 rather than losing to the markets where the only thing I learned from losing that $10,000 was to use a stop loss. Like, it shouldn't have cost me that much. So, with that being said, get you a mentor. Anyway, so after I was working at Amazon Fresh, I bought a trading account, a prop firm. So I was trading, and then it was probably a month of me living into my apartment or whatever. So I had my first payout. It was like $3,000. And I was only making like $4,000 at Amazon Fresh. So that $3,000 was like 3 weeks worth of work. So I'm like, hold on. Oh, yes, I'm out. I ain't go back to the job. I said, hey, $3,000 is all I need to cook. So I had that $3,000, and then the next month it was like $7,000. It was like $10,000. It was $15,000. And I know everybody that wants to start making money, they want to start like making like 10, 20K, 30K, 40K a month. Like, bro, can you do a consistent 2K a month? Can you do a consistent 3K, 4K? Like, start off with something to build on. If you don't have a strong foundation, then you'll just fall. Like, you have to build on some type of something. So I was running it up, doing my investments. Life was good. Running it up. Then it was like I was still trading. I was making a lot of money. My biggest month during that time was 40K a month, and that was when I was like 21. And then I was like, oh, let's buy a house or whatever. Let's build a house. So I built my first house at 21, and then we moved in, and then life was good. We was cooking, trading, still making my money. Like was good. Then I decided to make a step, take a risk. I decided to take a risk. I stopped trading. I want you to get this. Just because you take a risk, it doesn't mean it's going to work. But for it to work, you have to take a risk. You have to. So I stopped trading. I put all my money into a trucking company. I had 3 semis, a box truck. I had some drivers. The trucking recession hit, and they wasn't paying for loads barely. Gas went up crazy, and it was hard to find good work. So I had all these things against me at this time. This was the time in my life where I actually had anxiety. My hands was shaking. I couldn't even like attempt to trade because my hands were shaking too much. Every time my phone would buzz, because so much stuff was already happening. The trucks was crashing. I gotta send you a clip. Dude crashed the box truck. He split this car in half. Bro. Somebody left the car in the middle of the highway. It split in half. Somebody's in there, they'd have been dead. I don't know how that would have fell on me, but every time my phone rang, it was something bad. So even if it was a cool notification from a friend, my heart started beating fast. I started sweating. And I'm like, bro, I had to turn my phone off like most of the day because it was just bad. Anyways, the big mistake I did with this trucking company, I'll put this blame on me because I like to blame my partner for stealing it and doing all this stuff. I didn't get knowledge from nobody. I was trying to freestyle. I said, oh, it's simple. Buy a truck, hire a driver, get loads. But bro, this is what you need to get the knowledge. Somebody knows what you don't know.
Exactly.
And somebody's doing what you want to do.
And you learn from another person's failures.
Learn from their failures, learn from the mistakes. You save time and money when you're doing that. You save time and money. So me, I didn't do that. I thought I learned the last time, I didn't. So long story short, the trucking business went under, lost all this money. I was in debt because at one point I was just living off of my credit cards. So I was like $20,000 in debt, and I had a son. During that time. So I was like, yep, time to go get a job. I looked in the mirror and said, whoa, time to go get a job. I went and got 2 jobs. So I was working full-time on a weekend, 36 hours a week on the weekend, and then 40 hours during the week. So I was working dang near almost 80 hours. So when people tell me like they're broke, I'm so confused. How are you a young man or a young woman and you're not working 2 jobs to like better or invest in the things that you want? Because it costs money to make money. Like nobody's about to give you enough for free, whether it costs education, the supplies, the buildings, or whatever. It costs money to make money.
A lot of you take everything for granted to the point, you're saying you can't find a job when you haven't even looked for a job. And the job they haven't even looked for, people across the world wish they could get that job.
Bro.
You could have multiple jobs and work and make money and still take that shit for granted. But you need to think, put yourself in another person's position. I was just in Egypt last month. I was talking to a random person on the street. They told me if I could die tomorrow and go to America just for one day, I would die tomorrow. That's what they told me. Imagine that. And you're sitting in America and you're thinking and complaining about all this shit, and you're complaining that you can't find a job, complaining that you can't start a business when all the opportunities in front of you, but you just don't take it. That's the problem. You take everything for granted. You need to thank God for everything and see all the blessings that are around you. If you're watching this video right now, you probably have a phone or you have a computer and you're definitely connected to Wi-Fi. That alone are the biggest blessings. You having the time to watch this video. You being young enough and having the ability to get a job, some people wish they could. Some people wish they had arms, some people wish they had legs. Some people wish they could talk, they could smell, they could hear, they could see. and you're sitting here complaining about all this shit, you need to realize the position that you're in and what position you could be in if you actually locked in and did what you need to do to get to where you want to be. No, just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts. He's spitting right now. But that's another thing. Like, everybody's talking about the economy, jobs. I'm like, if you're a hustler and you're focused on getting it, you will create opportunity around you. Why are you waiting for people to give you opportunity? I think that's like what we're designed and trained for, to work hard at something and then, okay, somebody's gonna give you this opportunity, so now you can work at this opportunity. No, create and look around. What can you do? What can you fix and what can you help? What can you contribute? That's how you make money, by you creating your own opportunity. Stop waiting for handouts. Nobody's gonna give you nothing. Nobody wants to give you nothing. People be in my DM like, hey bro, you trying to buy my funded account and stuff like that?
Like bro, come on.
I will block you. Stop texting me. Like,
stop DMing us this dumbass.
I never did that. Like, isn't that like shameful? You ask you a man. I don't care if you 16 plus, you a man asking another man for, like, bro,
handout.
Go get it. It'd be different if you was like, hey bro, I just had a 10K payout. I'm trying to see how we can collab, do something bigger. I'd be like, oh yeah, he cooking, let's do something.
If he held your hand and did something that you need to do for you, what are you gonna learn from it?
So yeah, so I started, once I lost that money, I got 2 jobs or whatever, but I was starting from negative. So a lot of people, when they start their hustle, they start their entrepreneurship journey, they're starting from zero. I was starting from negative 20K. So I had to dig out of a hole before I climbed up to the mountain. So during that time, I was still training. I was listening to audiobooks. You got to feed yourself what it needs for you to grow. You're either going to feed yourself drunk, which is like brain rot TikToks, brain rot YouTube shorts, where it's just memes and dancing and laughing all the time, and you're going to grow, but negatively. So you need to feed yourself things that actually fulfill you and create a mindset that's abundant into where what you do will work. Like, it's not about, oh, what if it doesn't work? Oh, what if I do this and it doesn't work? You need to be like, okay, what if it works? Oh, I'll move my mom out the crib. Oh, I can get that dream car I want. Oh, we can be in that penthouse. So you need to shift your mindset like that. And that's what the books were doing for me. I had a crazy opulent mindset. Like, I feel like I could take over the world. I know a lot of people watching this are probably in the mindset or in the area where they're working a job. And the people around you, they will bring you down. I ain't gonna lie, because I was getting comfortable too. We was looking at dream cars, bro, and I said I want a BMW M4 Comp. That was my dream car. And then it was like 90K on the website we was looking at. And they was like, yeah, right, you ain't getting that. And everybody started laughing. And then they was like, yeah, we all gonna die poor. We all gonna die with a whole bunch of bills. And mind you, these people making 100K, 120K a year, because it's all IT. We're all in the same room. And I'm like, yo, is this how y'all really thinking? Like, this is horrible. I'm like, y'all need to get around people with like the right mindset. Like, they're thinking about having to retire, never paying their houses off, never having those dream cars. And then 3 months, not even 3 months, about a month and a half after I quit that job, because I was able to make the amount I wanted from trading, only had to work there for about a month and a half. So when I tell people you can learn the knowledge, you can change your life forever, if you start back, you can get back right where you were because you have that knowledge.
Now you have the knowledge.
You have the knowledge. So it took me about a month after I lost everything, got those jobs. It took me about a month and a half to quit. And my car that I had a BMW, it was like a 328 series. That sucker broke down. I'm like, well, time to get a new car. And this is a key. I want y'all to listen to this. This is a key. It was between a BMW M440i or a BMW M4. Obviously, the M40i was cheaper, right? And I was thinking like, dang, if I get the cheaper one, I can have an extra 30K in the bank. But then I'm like, God, what you want me to have? And I know he wants me to have what he's put on my heart. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the risk. But it made me understand you don't have to settle when you're in God. Like, you don't have to settle. I didn't have to settle for that. Boy, I would have been sorry if I got that compared to the M4. Because once I got the M4, I'm like, gosh, dang, this like a crazy. And then also it was like an investment, because it's like, it helps your brand, you know, it puts you in different rooms. People look at you a certain way. It adds more credibility and value to your brand. So me doing that, it opened up my mindset to like a whole crazy thing. So that goes into creating an environment for you to actually win. Like, if you can create an environment for you to do better, want more, be better, be like people that are better than you, it changes everything. Because you walk a certain way, you talk a certain way, you hold yourself a different way. And I know y'all may be saying, oh, it's just a car, it's just a car. Hey, 94 off the lot, you feel me? 94 out the door. That's what I paid for. I said, look, bro, when I went to the dealership, I was with my wife. And then he was like, because I was 20? I was 22 at the time. He said, so what's your name? What do you do? Oh, I'm gonna go look you up. And then he looked me up and seen nothing but good stuff on the internet about trading and junk. And then it's just like, bro, people want to know what you do. When you're doing good stuff, people want to see how they can work with you. It opens up more doors and opportunity for you. Yeah, a lot of people was like, don't buy that car, don't buy that car. Stop listening to other people so much. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta do what you know it's gonna do. Like, you have to take those risks. And buying a car was a risk for me because it was a 94K. Honestly, going back, I probably wouldn't have paid cash for it, just like credit stuff and learning more as I got older and matured. But at the end of the day, I got the dream whip.
Leave a fucking like on this video right now.
Hey, get this to 10K likes. Hey, hey, this get views.
10K likes. This better get views right here.
10K
the
likes. The
amount of game he spit, the amount of motivation he spit on this video, and you're still watching right now, you better leave a like, you better leave a comment, and put something in the comment that you're grateful for. Follow him on Instagram, Keno Money. Follow me on Instagram at John Aziz, you know.
Alright, bet. So I copped the BMW M4, so everything is going good. Now my mind's thinking like, how can I grow? How can I get more? And you know, everybody want a Lamb. I mean, it's a Lamborghini. It does something different for you. So at this point, I'm living in not my dream house, but the house we built. So I'm around like 23, about to be 24. So I'm like, it's time to expand. It's time to grow. And so during that whole time, I was making so much money to where I start getting comfortable. And I promise you, I don't care how much money you're making, do not get comfortable. Because I started focusing on, the money was coming in, it was coming in, even from my software that I was selling for my trading. So money coming in, I'm getting comfortable, but I'm not focused on growing and expanding the business because the money's just so good. I'm comfortable, I'm like, cool, I'm chilling. Obviously, I'm still ambitious and I want more, but you can't get comfortable. And it's so easy to get comfortable. It's easy to get comfortable when you broke, but it's a different comfortability when you're making so much money because you don't have to. But you not having to right now, it doesn't mean you might not have to in the future. So never get comfortable no matter what. Always keep growing and always keep growing your business, your brand, or whatever have you. So I got comfortable, then the money started slowing down. I'm like, gosh, dang, yo, I'm about to have to pivot. I'm about to have to do something else. I'm about to have to start scaling or whatever. I end up doing that. I start scaling. And then I'll have my mind like, oh yeah, I want a nice crib, but I want a Lamborghini, but I don't want it on the side of town because it wasn't the best area, but it was like, it wasn't the ghetto, but it wasn't like the best area. Like down the street, down the block, you probably hear a couple gunshots at night. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then it actually started getting bad to where I was like, oh yeah, we gotta move, babe. We gotta move. And mind you, when I lost everything was at that job, bro, my wife called me. She was at the doctor's and she said, we're having twins. So I'm in dumb debt. I lost everything. And I'm about to have 2 more kids. I'm like, gosh, dang. So now I got 3 kids in this house, and I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta move. I wanna move out to a better neighborhood. So we end up looking at houses, and then God blessed us with a great opportunity for a house. But
notice what he said. He said God. You don't keep God in your life, how do you expect God to help you, right? When you inch towards God, God jogs toward you. When you jog towards God, God runs to you. So what I'm saying is keep God in your life, because the harder you work, God will see that, and the more blessings He's going to give you. Don't think that, the reason you're in the low part of life is because of God. God hasn't seen you work hard, so God hasn't blessed you. So make sure you work hard and keep God by your side in order to, encounter these blessings and to take these blessings in. But, back to what you were saying.
100%. God is like the center and core of it. Like, all honor and glory just says, I couldn't get anything or do anything without Him. Because, that's why I be wondering, people that have multi-million-dollar businesses and don't have God in their life, I'm like, how did you do it? Because I know I can't do it like without Him. Like, He's literally the cornerstone. Having faith in Him is the cornerstone of my success, because through this, I believed in Him that He could do it. I believed in me and my capabilities, but I believe that He would make it work for me. Because obviously you need to build on your own skills. I know a lot of people, they want so much, but they're not valuable. They have no value to them. They never learn any skill sets. They have no skills. And it's like, you want people to give you money in this marketplace, but you add no value. So learn some skills. Don't be a bum. Don't be a bum. Anyway, so it was time to move, and I moved out to the nicer parts or whatever, and it was just a different quality of life, and it goes back into creating an environment where you will thrive. I was exposed to things that I never seen growing on another side of town. I'm like, yo, I'm used to some trash being in the street. I'm used to potholes. I'm used to the grass never being cut. And now I'm looking like, yo, the white folk living good. Like, yo, I'm not in the trenches, the white folk, they living like this. And then, cause like, I'm literally like the only black person in my like said neighborhood. So it's different, and I'm like the youngest. So I have my BMW M4 there, and I'm like, I'm comfortable still, but at this point, I'm like, I need something to make me want to go even harder. So I said, I'm about to get this Lambo. It was a risk to buy it, because it's a Lambo, still a Lambo. It costs a lot of money. It ain't like it's cheap or like it's free. I know y'all see like a lot of people on social media have these Lambos and stuff. It's still like, you still have that money to get it. So I decided like, hey, I'm about to get this Lambo. I'm about to sell the BMW, because I don't need 2 cars right now. I'm still stacking right now. I'm still stacking my cheese. I don't need 2 cars. It's just sitting. No point.
Guys, don't live over your means. You know, even if you're making a lot of money, there's no reason to start splurging. You know, make sure you save your money because at the end of the day, you don't know, you know, God can take everything away from you at once, right? So make sure you save your money. I'm not saying live below your means. If you're making money, you know, live comfortable though, but don't live over your means is what I'm trying to get at you. Bro.
Real. That's real. So I was trying to get the Lambo, but I ended up getting told no. So my trucking company business or whatever, it killed my credit. My credit's cooked. It was cooked. It still is a little cooked, but we working with the legal stuff right now. But it made it hard. So y'all that got good credit, please keep it good, man. It makes, even when you start getting money, even when you have money, it still makes things hard. Obviously money helps, but like, keep your credit good. Yeah. Anyway, so it was time to get the Lambo. Everybody's telling me no. I'm like, dang, how much cash I want up front? They said, no, you have to put this down. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to put that much down. So then I said, all right, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna work on what I got to. I'm gonna still try to stack this cheese. And then like a couple months later, I got a notification on my phone from like the credit app that said, your stuff went up 50 points. I said, what? Oh, I hit up the Lamborghini thing. And it's funny because actually I didn't hit them up. They hit me up first. But they don't know my credit or anything like that. So I was like, bro, this gotta be confirmation from God or something like that. Because I've been talking about it and I've been wanting it. And then I was talking to my wife that same day, like, I can't wait to get this Lamborghini yours. So you might pay for it for me, to be honest. And then they called me and I'm like, yo, and my credit went up. So I'm trying to get this Lamborghini. And then I probably got approved, whatever. I did have to put like a lot down. I had to put like 100K down. So I put almost half down and then I finally got it. And then the mindset that it put me in is crazy. I'm starving right now. Like, I'm hungry. Like, I want to achieve everything that I can in a very, very short amount of time. The goal is to get as rich as you can while you're as young as you can be, to enjoy it with the ones that you love. Because nobody wants to be rich and old. Nobody. You can barely run.
How are you going to enjoy your money if you're old and you can't even walk, you can't even run, and you're tired, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to run butt naked on the beach with my abs going crazy.
Like,
yeah. You can't do that when you're old and dusty. You can barely walk. So I ended up getting a Lamborghini, and it's crazy how connections work. That opened up so many doors of connections, and people want to even collab with me. Because even like getting invited to places and whatnot, like you might think, oh, they're just using you. So here's the thing with that. You need to be used. The only time that it becomes bad is when you're abused. You have a purpose in this world, so you are going to be used. Being used is not bad as long as both parties are winning from the collaboration or from being used. Because if you offer a service or you offer value in one way and they use it and they're giving you service and value another way back, then it's okay to be used. The abuse comes when you're being used in the wrong way. That's when abuse comes, when you're not able to deliver or provide for that and they're abusing you. That's where it's bad. So these connections and you becoming in higher places, more people gonna want to be your friends. Like, I ain't gonna lie, and it's gonna open up more opportunities and doors for you to succeed, and y'all can win together. Like the things that came up from about it is beautiful. Like even this collaboration, like,
exactly.
Bro, I met him from somebody else that I met somebody else through. It was like a weird chain of events.
That's what God does. He connects people for mysterious ways, but in ways, you know, where we can benefit, right?
But you have to take risks, man. Stop being so scared to take risks. You will lose. Like, you'll take a risk and you'll have some losses, but you will win, and you have to win by taking risks. I promise you and I guarantee it. Your future and everything that you want, it lies on that other side of risk or that other side of fear. Stop being so scared. And the biggest people that make the most money took the most losses. I seen who that Alex Hermosi or whatever. Yeah. He said he lost tens of thousands to make hundreds of thousands. He lost hundreds of thousands to make millions, and he lost millions to make hundreds of millions. Like, bro, it's all part of the game. You just got to be willing to do it. That's why I say entrepreneurship is not cut out for everybody, because not everybody is able to endure those losses. Everybody has a different risk tolerance. Everybody has different drive and ambition. So it's like, it's not for everybody, but if you think it's for you, it can be for you. You just have to put in the work. Like, people ask me, you think trading for me? I say, trading for anybody that want it. It's like, how bad do you want it? Do you want it bad enough for it to work for you? Or is it just something you're trying to do as a side hustle or a side hobby? Like, bruh, this is your life. Like, you can't live your life like it's a side hobby or a side hustle. You have to go after it and go get it and be hungry. I'm telling you, the hungriest always wins. And I'm so hungry right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even getting the Lamborghini, I'm so hungry right now.
He made all these achievements, all these things that he's doing. He's telling you he's hungrier than ever. He wants to achieve way more. That's what you need to live like. You can't get comfortable. The moment you get comfortable is the moment you lose.
I got so many stories and so much sauce to drop, but we're gonna save that
Yeah.
for another video, for another collab. 100%.
Hey, listen, if you listen throughout this entire video, you know how much game you just got. You should have paid for this game. This dude right here told you so many things, so much motivation, and also he has the opportunity for you. You can learn from him. Hit him up on Instagram. He's the best mentor. Don't hit him up with dumb questions. Dumb questions don't get answered. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to learn about my business. You know, he has a community, I have a community. We want to grow the communities out here and want to expand knowledge upon every single person that we can. Because at the end of the day, God gives us knowledge in order to help other people. And when we help other people, we become blessed. And, you know, we want to be blessed and we want to stay blessed. You know what I mean? So if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment, leave something you're grateful for. Keep up with the journey. Hit him up on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. One thing only, now I'm going to leave you guys with, pray to God. If you're not praying, make sure you pray. Devote your life to God, because at the end of the day, we live this one life and we're going to die, and it's either eternity in hell or eternity in heaven. Which one do you want?
I want to thank this man for the opportunity and the platform that he's put me on. So with that being said, I need y'all to get this like 20K likes. 20K likes. When I said 10, we need 20. We need 20 for the bro, man.
Let's lock in. Everybody watching this video, lock in. Put your phone down. Stop watching dumbass videos that are not going to get you anywhere in life. Pay attention to the people that provide value. Don't pay attention to the comedians. Don't pay attention to the people that don't have anything to actually give you. Just like he says, there's a difference between use and abuse. Make sure you use people correctly, but also provide a value. We're going to end this video. Pray to God. That's it.